Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.42 normal mode playthrough. We're going to do a bunch of things today. Let's see, first we have base computer archives, and then we're going to look at the AMU, and I actually put an AMU also on cobalt, because you're not going to lose copper, it's always going to be copper. But over there is a cobalt deposit, so we'll check on that. Manufacturing facilities, base computer archives, AMUs, and then we'll try and find at least one manufacturing facility. And we also need drop pods, so I wanted to make sure that I get the ionized cobalt out. And I got condensed carbon, and I've got chromatic metal, and sodium, and oxygen. So we're also set up to do some drop pods. All right, let's do base computer archives. Got to actually put it on there. Oh, it wants me to go back to the other base this time. That's kind of weird. It's all right. They all three say base computer archives, but I have a feeling that this being the newest base, it might be there. If not, then it's on our original homeworld base. Thankfully, there's only 3 planets in this system. If there were 6, then we'd have 6 teleport locations in this system, if they were all viable planets. They all have different uses. The hot planet has ancient bones, which is how I made the money that I now have. I actually had 6 million something, 6,400,000 something thousand, and spent a bit of it yesterday and the day before. We have storm crystals we can sell to make up almost 1 million of that. No base computer archive. Okay. Must be on the original planet. Need to get some copper going. We'll just put that in the refiner. Let's go back to Zane Colony. I can't. It was originally called Zane Colony. I just changed the spelling. Sniffle. How about you? Do you want to be my base computer archive? Good grief. Not that one. It's making me run in circles now. It says it's off planet, but it doesn't say which one. Oh boy. I was telling Lava a little while ago, Lava Lamp, that this is like, I've never had to redo videos and reload saves on more and on any other series that I've done. One of these base computers better work. It just keeps telling me to go to a different one. It's making me crazy. Look, it's not there either. Aw. Alright, let's quit fooling around. I want to do base computer archives. But it's not letting me. Perhaps if I upload this base, it will let me do it here. See, it's sending me back up there again. Up. I guess I need to finish doing this a little bit. Alrighty. So you see, we're going towards our power outlet. The closest cobalt deposit is right here on this canyon wall. And so... I know, no railings. So, I built a bridge to it. I think all of our farm and biodomes are going to hang out over this area, so it'll fill up over time. Alright, this is sneaky. I need to paint all this stuff too. Alright, here is an AMU on top of a cobalt deposit. And as you can see, it's full of cobalt. If I take all the cobalt away, when I come back, it's going to be full of copper. So what I'm going to do is pick it up, set 10 back down, and then go ahead and reload it. And now it doesn't have any choice but to give me cobalt because it can't put anything else there. So that's the trick for getting the autonomous mining unit to keep giving you the same thing. The gas extractor has the same problem. Remember, this is super old technology. We have new technology that we can search for things with our survey device and dig up. But you're kind of like, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. You can be, you can get this measly little 250 or 240 rather, every few hours, or you can build a mineral extractor, which we will probably be doing, and gas extractors as well. We'll eventually get around to that advanced farming stuff. I can't do base computer archives. Let's try uploading and see if that helps. It's crazy base. Oh, I didn't set my refiner back down. I guess I'll have to build another one. Alright. Let's try. Let's capture a base screenshot. Let's see here. And upload. That's not the screenshot I chose, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Now we're uploaded. It takes about 30 seconds, during which time I'm going to put some oxygen in. With 2 life support modules, it seriously takes a long time to run out of oxygen. Let's see here. I'm just going to put this on something else for a minute. Scan minerals. All right. You are seriously making me crazy, game. Well, I don't know. I might have to fly there. If I fly towards it, maybe it will do that properly. Alright, let's see what we have going on in here. Drop pod data. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's sell the storm crystals so we're not carrying them around. I've heard of people having this problem, and what's causing it is having so many bases in the same system. Sell stormy crystals right there. Not a great price, but I'll take it. Gets it out of my suit. Alright, for, oh, we also need Viking daggers. For manufacturing facilities, you need to carry microprocessors. You need to carry whatever relic the planet, the star system has. In this case, it's a Viking system, so we need Viking relics. We might actually need more than that. If we do, we'll go buy them. And microprocessors and that, and all 3 kinds of metal. And hopefully nothing else. All right, let's go up to the space station, and we'll start with a map. Space Station Tsunaba. We're going to start with a map for manufacturing facilities to get the first one at least. And the roamer can scan for drop pods, so we might not need the drop pod data. Map guy. We need the map guy. Hi, map guy. Okay, so right here is secret cartographic data, planetary charts. It's not going to do just manufacturing facilities. In fact, there's a few different things that it can do. So I'm going to buy, I think I'll just get 5 of them. And now that's going to be constantly going off in my suit. We're going to go to the fungal planet because it doesn't have any water. And it's the only one in our star system that doesn't. We're really only after the Atlas Pass right now, so finding one may be plenty. Now let's get the roamer onto this planet so we can call it. And call the ship up to the landing pad. The base computer archives moved back over there. Oh. Oh. Is that thing sparking? It's not on the ground. I've never gotten these things to reload. See, it's not letting me interact at all. We'll keep checking on it throughout time and see if it will reload. It does reload for some people. All right, let's see if we can get a manufacturing facility right off the bat. You want to do this on a planet that doesn't have a lot of trees, that doesn't have water, that doesn't have a lot of huge mountains that make it hard to look around. That is 3 hours away. That's the problem with maps. Maps don't send you to the nearest thing. They send you hours and hours away. And after we get this one, we'll see if we can line up a ley line of these rather than using the maps. Now, I've gone out of my way to learn a vast number of Viking words. Oh, there's the door there, right there. So that we can solve the puzzles. Okay, now we don't have a very powerful gun, so we're going to go into first person. And we're going to shoot the door with our ship. I think got it. Yep. There we go. So we can wait 10 seconds for the sentinels to calm down, or we can run for it. If the sentinels find your ship, though, that means you're going to have to run for it. Some people just fly around until the sentinels stop searching. That also works. They're both glued to the building. Doing this on an aggressive sentinel planet would be a lot harder, but it's totally doable. All right. Now, before we get anything else that this room might offer, We're going to do this first. The alarm has locked the terminal. A message displays itself letter by letter on the screen. I forgot to bring pugnium. Alright, Dana interloper, Ormar detection system, Olegandane. The alarm shows no sign of stopping. I notice wall-mounted security scanners slowly turn towards me. We can cut the wires, we can apply an override, or we can shoot the cameras. Let's try to override the cameras. There we go. I apply an override circuit to the security relay. Remarkably, my ad hoc wiring seems to work. The alarm stops and the terminal grants me full access. Normal operations have resumed, and I have access to the facility's main control panel. I should be able to alter production to my own benefit. So we can extract nanites, units, or we can learn a new recipe. The first page of recipes that it shows you is the page that we want. We want the Atlas Pass. On PS4, you only get one of these factory overrides usually. Some people do get two. On PC, you almost always get two. And all of this stuff are bits and pieces of things that we'll eventually need to be able to make. Remember yesterday we made rare metal in the refiner. With the blueprint, you only need 150 pure ferrite. In the refiner, you need magnetized ferrite and oxygen. But we're able to make it in the refiner. All of these things on this list, carbon crystal, rare metal, tetracobalt, all of these things can be made in the refiner. These things cannot be made in the refiner. And until we learn how to make them, we'll have to purchase them. So let's get the Atlas Pass. And I usually go straight down and get Atlas Pass 2 so that I can get access to the hypercores. You can also take this opportunity to learn unstable plasma, which you need to fuel a weapon. Hydrothermal fuel, which you'll learn from the Dreams of the Deep mission, so you don't need that unless you're using a Nautilon right now and don't have time for Dreams of the Deep. The advanced ion battery is fairly simple to make once you know how, and they're extremely useful. You can't make older technology like the oxygen harvester and the autonomous mining unit without them. But like I said, I'm going to go right straight down after this warp hypercore rather, which is far simpler and less expensive to make than a warp cell is. It only requires antimatter and storm crystals. And there's the second Atlas Pass. To build the first one, To build the first one, we need 200 copper and a microprocessor. I didn't bring any copper. Unless it happens to be enough of it on the roamer. Yeah, we have 290. Oops. Alright, let's find a place to build this. There we go. There's the Atlas 1 pass. Once you have Atlas 3, you don't need either Atlas 1 or Atlas 2 passes. Atlas 2 passes get you into back rooms on planetary surfaces, like in operation, or in, some operation facilities have back rooms, and I can't think of the name of it right now. Observatory. They have back rooms as well sometimes. The Atlas 3 pass gets you into the back rooms on space stations where you can get lore, as well as a lot of other things. So there's our Atlas Pass. We can now open tubes. I don't think there's any here. There might be one over there by the region marker. I don't see one. Now then, if you're going to continue to use the same maps, you need to be in the area of the building where you used the last one. Otherwise, it might point you right back to this building. I'm going to go climb this hill and get these nanites. Am I out of ammonia? I am. I don't remember where I put it. See, all right, we did get nanites. Ouch. Broke my ankle. There it is. I didn't install, I don't even know if I got it. I did. Didn't install it. Copper carbon nanotubes and wiring loom to install the toxic filter on the roamer. The other way of finding a manufacturing facility is to find the first one and hope that it's a part of a ley line, and we can fly north or south and scan, or fly and stop every few minutes and turn on your camera and look at the ground. That's a small settlement. We're probably a little bit too close to the ground here. I do that a lot. Skimming the surface and wondering why I can't find anything. Alright, just slow down, scan. If you're not finding anything at all, you can, there's a trade post. You can go east or west for a while. It's just another small settlement. So let's go this way. Little tiny ways. I think I just saw metal fingers. Right, there's some fungal mold right there. The planetary or biome plant, like fungal mold, is on a ley line of its own. There's a couple more things. There's a region marker. And a drop pod. All right. Found a drop pod without having to work for it. Oh dear. If you land like this, don't get out of your ship. We'll just land a little, because you might end up stuck inside the wall of that little tiny building, which would really suck. Hi. There's a whole herd of things here. Just trying to get some goodies. Ah, microprocessor. There's a little bit of pugnium and some bullets. I must have killed one of those things. Let's make sure this has fuel in it. Alrighty. Let's do this drop pod. Did I bring the antimatter? I did not. Alrighty. Once again, we need sodium nitrate and oxygen, ionized cobalt, and antimatter. And we're going to get cargo slots. There we go. There is a cost involved. If you don't have access to that stuff, then you'll have to buy it. But I mean, all those things can be made. go. The exocraft has a scanner just for drop pods. It's right there. It also scans for depots, but not manufacturing facilities. So we'll just scan. And now we have another drop pod. And there it is right there. We'll highlight it. 9 minutes away. Hi, you funny weirdo. Excuse me. Excuse me, funny weirdos. Get away from the engines. Alrighty. We have a lot of red markers. When you use the signal booster, which I didn't bring again, it gives you a blue marker for drop pods. We'll just land here safely. So the big problem with scanners and maps is how far away you have to go to get to that point. All right, let's make an antimatter. And there we go. Grab some cargo space. We should probably move some of that stuff now. There we go. We're slowly getting this stuff out of the way. Let's see if we can scan for a facility. I don't know what it's going to give us. But whatever it gives us, we're going to have to clear it off before we can scan for another thing. Alright, let's go see if that's a different one. See how far away it is. Good Lord. Here we go. Alrighty. First we're gonna find the door, and then we'll go into first person to make it easier to shoot the door. You can do this with a bolt caster, but I only have 2 defense shields. So you're gonna get shot at while you're doing it. Okay, the door is right there. Let's go over here and go into first person and turn around. Oh good, the sun's coming up. I think I got it. Alrighty. Sentinels are searching for me, but I'm gonna get this. Scraps of metal. And what did we get from there? Another ion battery. Okay. Put that in cargo. Let that run. Alright. Nothing found. Nice! Another empty box. Right. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do it again. Terminal flashes 2 alerts, presumably the source of the alarms currently ringing in my ears. Intruder detected. Deploy Viking Dagger. If it asks for a Viking Dagger, that's the right answer. After printing out its status update, the terminal presents the option to override either alert. From the holographic display, the warnings appear to relate to damaged components within the facility and the presence of an interloper. Let's deploy a Viking Dagger. And once again, we will get 2, our new recipe, 2 factory overrides. Let's get the warp hypercore. And over here, we don't want to learn anything that the scientist is going to teach us. Or, for that matter, the base computer archives or the overseer. So we already know how to make lubricant, glass, and living glass. Those 3 things are related to each other. The scientist will teach us polyfiber, heat capacitor, and circuit boards as well. So let's go to this side over here. Our goal is stasis devices, but we got to know a bunch of this stuff in order to make a stasis device. And so we'll learn how to make thermic condensate. And it shut down on me. So now I have an extra factory override. I was hanging out for too long. Or no, that was the second one. I'm so sleepy. Somehow we got Gek rank out of that. Alright, let's try this one more time. But this time we'll go the opposite direction. If you fly for long enough, you will find this stuff. I'm being just a little bit impatient today, having had to reshoot a video. Here's a minor settlement. Won't pass up all this stuff. All this stuff. So do we have anything to sell? No, we don't. Maybe there's stuff in here to sell. Okay, we got sodium nitrate. We got an oxygen capsule. That's cool. Put that in there. Oh, it decided to keep running this time. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's see here. There's another A-class version of our multi-tool. Goodies. Sentinel Hunter Rusenshire. Pathetic interloper. Leave. Warrior busy with facility security. Pure leg reports. Death, death. It's clear that my presence is barely tolerated. The warrior's hand reaches to their weapon. Probably it's best to just leave him alone. He's grateful that I will not bother him any further. My Viking standing increased. Probably if I kept bothering him, it would decrease. More launch fuel. That's just super. Really like to get something more valuable than that. Let's see. Just the nanites in there. And nothing at all in there. Here we go. Alright, let's continue north. What do we got over here? This is either an observatory or an operations facility. Could be a transmitter. That door is not locked, so it's not what we're looking for. Alrighty. Remember this little method. There's a crashed freighter. There's a trade post right there. We could use to buy some Viking daggers. Nope, thought I saw something over there. So let's turn and go down to the trade post. Goofed off and fooled around so much with that base computer. Hi. Learn words. Learning words this way from people also increases another milestone for alien encounters. I have a few saves that don't have that one milestone of alien encounters done. Oops. That's not what he wanted. I don't have any mordite on him. He's telling me a story. Centuries of war against the Sentinels. Oh, trust me. I've got thousands of hours of war against the Sentinels. Did he just give me a Viking dagger? Cool. They're expensive. Did I talk to you yet? Come here, Ensign Zoo. Viking warrior help pathetic, weak-minded interloper today. Yeah, you could teach me a word of your language. How about the word to kill? Okay, attack, that works. I'll take that one. I visited that guy already. And I already met that guy. Are there any ships? Alright, we've met 30 aliens. That's good. Here's some more stuff. Running out of room in the suit right now. Here's some dihydrogen jelly. We need to get the matter beam installed on the freighter so that I can send the stuff that belongs on the freighter up there so that I don't have to go up there to put it on the freighter, and so I don't have to carry it around. Oh, I forgot about that. Here's the fighter in the system. Buy items. He's only got one dagger on him. Alright. I don't mess around too much with crashed freighters. You can get lots of good stuff on them, though. And I'll just do one of the easy ones. The reason that I don't mess around with these is because they're time consuming. You have to dig up the cargo pods. And 2 of them you can let's get the mission. 2 of them you can just shoot the doors open, but the other 3 you have to dig up the cargo pods. Some of this story is pretty sad, but it is part of No Man's Sky lore. Alright. With these cargo pods, if we can fix it, let's see. We can. Once you fix it, you need to run away. Alright, let's get out of here. See that radiation thing? There we go. That wasn't an incredibly useful thing. It wasn't very many units. The boxes should have all the same thing required to unlock them, but they'll all have different things in them. There's some unstable gel. I know. I need to get out of here. There's a myriad of things that you can get from crash freighters, like antimatter, warp cells, storm crystals, unstable gel, polyfiber, all kinds of stuff. That's south. Alrighty. Once again, I'm flying probably too low. There's another building. And that is a region marker all by itself. Majority of what you're going to get is just region markers, because every region on the planet has one, at least one. Some have more than one. There's another region marker. It is... oh, it's got a knowledge stone? No, broken machinery. Oh, I thought I saw something up there. All right. So that is a bunch of the tools that we have in our possession. Getting maps, following ley lines by flying, using the scanner in the ship, and using our exocraft scanner. And the exocraft scanner is probably most useful for getting drop pods at this point. Scanning for ruins or monoliths, both will give you words at those locations. Abandoned structures gives you tons and tons of nanites. Is that it right there? And that's super useful because the abandoned buildings always have a ton of nanites. Every 4 abandoned buildings is probably enough nanites to buy an upgrade module for any one of your pieces of equipment. Between the nanites that are actually inside the building and any damaged machinery or other things that may be around the building. And also, when you're a little bit stronger, or after you have the mech, getting these larval cores, 50, or each one of them makes 50 nanites. Boy, am I tired or what? It's definitely time to stop this. I'll pick up the rest of that in a minute. The problem with these whispering eggs is that every time you shoot one and open it, you get about 8 or 9 monstrosities. And so there's several methods of doing it. You could dig a hole underneath that you can get in and out of that will ensure that the larval core falls down into, but that the monstrosities cannot get to. Another way is to have a exocraft right by you so that you can get into the exocraft. You also get a ton of residual goop from these things that you can turn into nanites. And there's a storyline also with the abandoned buildings, abandoned building lore. Let's see, this one is going to give us 128 nanites just from the terminal. And then probably 12 eggs. Oh, there's an extra one. There's 10. Is that 12? 13. So there's 13 larval cores here. That's pretty good. We're not terribly strong, and monstrosities can kill us pretty easily. All I have is 2 upgrade modules for life support and 2 shields, so I'm not going to take this on right yet. When I have 6 shields, no problem. I'll take it on. But I don't like the idea of getting hurt. Alright, you guys. Alright, so we covered a whole bunch of stuff today. We got the pass, and we can make warp hypercores. Now I'm going to have to find some more storm crystals. I think I can just go right back through that portal and get some more storm crystals from the weekend mission. It's stayed lit the whole week. So we'll see about that. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.